Hi, this is for Aquarius and Aries. Welcome to an Aquarius experience. I will be doing a connection spread. Could be love, family, friends, work. I will pull a card for the Aquarius, their challenge. A card for Aries, their challenge. And an overall uniting force card. I'll also be pulling any other cards for clarification, advice, and so forth. Aquarius, you are currently experiencing a walking away energy, giving up, letting go, whatever investment, whatever love that you have put in something. You are really walking away from it, taking the loss, and moving on to find something better. In your challenge, we have the Sun of Pentacles. You're finding it hard to offer some stability. You're either taking your time or there's no true foundation in whatever it is that you are wanting to offer or hesitant to offer. I may have to pull some additional cards for that. Aries. There's a lot of communication happening. And it's quick communication. It is something that you are currently getting or you are putting out. And it's shocking. It might be a little much. Something that you're not completely comfortable with. In your challenge, there's some greed here. There's some withholding emotion. There's some drinking a little too much from one cup happening. Some illusions. And some hiding of emotions. Definitely interesting. Let's go ahead and pull a uniting force. The High Priestess. Both of these two individuals rely heavily on their intuitive powers, their inner knowing, and also their independence. This could be a love relationship, but this could also be friendship. It's slow moving energy as far as stability and really setting some good foundation in this relationship. That is slow. However, The communication is abundant. There's a lot of communication happening, either about this relationship or to each other. I want to pull some advice card for the Aquarius. Any advice for the Aquarius? Any advice for the Aquarius? Okay. Couple of cards. We have the 5 of Cups and the Father of Wands. The Father of Wands is a bold, maybe even leadership quality, power, charm. They're very passionate in going forward. They're very passionate to strike. So this could be the incoming communication that the Aries is experiencing. It could be this Aquarius kind of coming in and striking. See both of these lightnings here. But it doesn't have to be. It could be, since this is an advice card, it could be that the Aquarius needs to feel the loss of this connection and use that to empower themselves to move forward. To move forward either in their own direction or to move forward in communicating with the Aries on what it is that they want. But currently, the Aquarius is finding it hard to find some kind of concrete idea of what it is that they want moving forward in the connection. It's slow, but there's a want. There's a want for it. The Aquarius wants some kind of stability in this relationship, but they haven't quite wrapped their head around what it looks like, what it feels like. And that's probably why their advice card is to figure that out by first letting it sink in, letting this loss sink in. Once they feel the loss sink in, then maybe they would have a better understanding in the direction that they would want to go in. But some action is definitely needed on the Aquarius's end, and they're very slow moving. Any advice for the Aries? Any advice for the Aries? I want to say that the Aries may be even communicating a lot to others, but not to this Aquarius. They may be communicating how they're dealing with the loss of this Aquarius or any kind of emotional loss in general, but they're not communicating that to the Aquarius. They're withholding that information to the Aquarius. They may be leaning on others for information. And although these parties feel strongest when they are in tune with themselves, it doesn't always mean that they are in tune with themselves. So although the connecting energy is this high priestess, it could just mean that these two connect most when they are in tune with themselves. And since it looks like there is some kind of interference in the connection, I would say that these parties might not be in tune with themselves, either one of them. Any advice for the Aries? Something popped out. I'll go ahead and take it. The Ten of Cups. So the advice for the Aries is to work on their fulfillment, their self-fulfillment, and in every area and aspect of their lives. The advice is to tune into themselves, figure out what cups here are needing to be filled that you haven't been looking at, and fill those cups. So here you can see these cups are being covered up, maybe even hidden from sight, and they're only drinking from this one source of love when there are all these other sources of love. And we want all of these cups filled eventually. We want this. So in order to have this, we have to step away from this greedy energy, and it doesn't necessarily have to be monetary greed. It could just be that they don't want to share their emotions, and they're keeping all of that to themselves. And if they actually climb down from here and look at these Four of Cups, they can work on healing and filling them. And you can only do this if you tap into your intuition, your higher self. Okay, great. That's all that I have for you today. If you have stayed with me this long, I thank you. And until next time.